All right, hey everybody out there, how you guys doing tonight? We're going to do a little secret session action. I just posted up in the members area. So if you're here, you are very, very lucky. How we all doing tonight? Welcome one, welcome all. As we get going on this, I would only like to say, if you guys do get a chance, please, anything you can do, I would appreciate it. Give me a share on Twitter, on Facebook, help me subscribe. This is free content. As you guys know, I run this 24/7. I'm always here. I'm always updating. For those of you that are here watching this live, this is basically what this is. It's called a secret session. I do these. I try to do at least one a day, and I'd appreciate if you would throw a share out here. The best content in all of YouTube, and I believe in Twitter also. So we're just going to go over a couple very important things. I'm just going to give me a second. Let me get over here, get my chart set up. All right, so the first thing I want to go ahead, I'm just going to run this down to the 4 hour here, all right? We're going to go over our bullish signs, okay? So we've got some bullish signs here. We've got this 9, we got a TD9. Now this is imperfected, so this is actually bearish. If this were on the bottom side, this would be more bullish, and we would be looking for probably more of a solid bounce. Now, one thing I'm looking at down here is I'm looking at this volume bars, okay? We close out in 13 minutes here, right? We close out in 13 whole minutes. And if you guys take a look at the volume over here, look at this volume just completely dropped out of the sky. This 8 bar, 9 bar up here on the 4 hour, completely tanking out. If this does stay green and this flips up a little higher and we do put in a green bar, this green volume bar will be actually bearishly divergent. So we'll actually see some bearish divergence even though the price action has come up. We see that the volume has completely crashed out. This would be bearish. Now, remember, 4 hour candles are known to bleed. So they do bleed. If you go back and you look for some 4 hour candles, look, there's a 4 hour candle. Look, there's a bleeder right there. Nope, this didn't bleed out. That actually flipped. But if you want to just run up here and look for some 4 hour bleeders, the 4 hour does like to bleed. It's not that usually. It's not that. So there's a 9 bled out a little bit. On these bigger runs, there's a 9 bled out a little bit. There's a 9 bled out a lot right there. So that 9 bled out a whole bunch right there. So you can go back and find bleeding 4 hour 9s. Now that one was just absolutely brutal. It's like a 1,000-point bleed just on that one candle alone. This one was a nice little, this one fell out, flipped and then fell back in. So we are on a red 9. Now, as you see previously back here, you hit a red 9. This is perfected. This is called a perfected 9. You're at the very bottom. And you got a nice retracement. Came down. Another perfected 9 with a retrace. Came back down. Now, this is the first time we've actually come down here. And what I want to point out very specifically to everyone is we have second time tested 3,200. So we came down here, first time tested 3,200, dead cat bounced off, came back down, tested again the 3,200 range, bigger dead cat bounce off, came back down, didn't quite pull it off, came back down a third time. So this is our third test, test 1, test 2. This would actually be our test 3 of the 3,200 range. Now, if you were looking at this as testing the 3,300 range, we would have already tested this once, twice, 3 times. I'm going to throw something up that's really important. You've got this 33.39 range, which is our weekly historic. If we use that as our guideline, we would say 33.39, which is our weekly historic, goes all the way back to 2017. Test 1, test 2, test 3 fell through. And usually you get 4 tests of something and it falls through the bottom side. What's going on, Alexandru? How you doing, brother? So you would fall through. This did fall through the 4th time. Now, this does look like it will possibly come back up here and try to back test this, right? I tell you what, right now, not looking good, right? Not looking good. A lot of weakness. Like I said, our volume is just not showing the bounce that everybody was looking for here. Even myself, I'm really skeptical of this bounce right now. I'm skeptical of getting back up over, 33, 35 even. Coming back up here and testing back up here into the 3,300 range. This is just not looking good. Now you did put in this nice candle on the 6 hour, but look at the volume. The volume just completely took a turd drop right out. You got 9 minutes left to close out this 6 hour candle. And let's see what let's see what we put in here. But whatever we do put in here is going to be ugly, to say the least. Not even bullish. We would have looked for at least some kind of a reversal candle here, which we're not getting, or a greenish candle. Now we're about to close out the 12 hour. Here's our 12-hour candle. We got 9 minutes left in this. Now, this is good. The volume completely tanked off on the 12-hour candle, which is bullish divergence. So we got a little bullish divergence going on down here on the 12-hour, trying to put in a really nice low side candle. Now, let me tell you, this is a red 1 on the TD. This is a red 2, so you've started trading lower on the red 1 candle here, so you are breaking lower on the red 1. This is usually where you'd like to start your shorts. You want to really start looking at your shorts if you see that abject weakness on these higher time frames, on these brand new starts of the TD count. So you got a brand new start, you're just looking for this to be going down. The daily count, the same thing on the daily. Look at this. Here's your daily count. You ended up this daily candle very bearish, right? You came down on your 9, imperfected 9. So see the imperfected 9 right here, how this worked out. Look at how this worked out on the daily. Came down, flipped, died. This is a bearish imperfected 9. We're going to go back over. Same thing, bearish imperfected 9. Now on that daily, it only came up a little bit and it just died right out, right? So there you go. There's the daily. Didn't even recover half of the candle and just immediately died out and went to the bearish side. Now we're just losing ground. Daily, once again, got a long way to go here in the daily, right? Got a long way to go in the daily. This is looking pretty weak here, even if we did fall out one more time. I would just be looking. Listen, I have a floor here. I have a floor. My floor is 3K 2,900, where that monthly moving average is. That is my floor right there. We're testing. We're double testing this 3,200 range. I want to see how this goes, right? We're triple testing this, right? So if we go out, I'm going to take us back to the 4 hour, okay, and see what our chart says. Let's pull this back up, right? So our chart says 32.23 is that weekly historical support range, right? So we're going to pull back out of here, 32.23. We're just we're banging on it. We're banging on that 32.23. You go up to the 12 hour. Look, banged on the 32.23, banged on the 32.23, banged on the 32.23. So we've tested it multiple times, right, on that next lower support level. Once we get down below this 32.23, there's no more support on the price action below this until you get down to 3K. So until you get down to 3,000, you got nothing. You got 6 minutes left to close out in this candle. Let's see how this candle does close out. If we can possibly put up some kind of super bullish, a hammer right here would be great. Come all the way up to 3,200. Put a hammer candle in here. You got 6 minutes left to close out. If this candle does close like this and or lower, it's going to just end up being a weak goober candle. All right, so we're just going to end up posting up a weak goober candle. That's really it. That's all the update I wanted to give you guys. Just kind of, you still haven't touched the 200 MA over here. Just the way this is looking, still not looking good. Look, there's your 200 MA. Let's pull up your monthly. There's your 50 MA. Your 50 MA is right there. This is your price support right here. Boom, boom, your 50 MA. So everything is right here. 29.73 is where your price action support kicks in. Your monthly moving average, 29.62. So if we just get one more bleed out of here, one more fall, you're going to come down here and test. Then I would be looking for a bounce. I mean, we haven't tested the 200. We haven't tested this monthly. At least let's tickle this and then we'll see where this can take us. All these candles, I want to see. Let's go down to the 12-hour. We want to see how all these are trying to close out here. All a little bit different, right? So you got your MEX closing out a little more bullish. So MEX is trying to close out a little more bullish. You got 4 minutes left in this candle. This is more bearish. This is more bearish. The spinning top, I like this spinning top right here. This is actually a little more bullish to me. You know, once again, if we get a bounce, you know, the hopes of getting this a little bit higher are going to be rough. Your Stoke is completely rolled over. You are looking bearish. And, you know, we're looking for a bearish pattern here. If this does break lower, this will break bullish. This whole line will turn red. You'll see this little indicator line turn red right there. Just really quick, I want to buzz through. MACD has rolled over, trying to hold it. And nothing. Okay, here's our other indicator. You rolled over on the daily, you've rolled over on the 12-hour, you've broken bearish here. Look at your squeeze. Look at the squeeze on the 12-hour. These are your Bollinger Bands, so you do have a nice squeeze going here. You got a lot of room. Got a lot of room on the Bollinger Bands here. Easy to get down low here. This thing can dump out really hard. You got a lot of room to go, but this is a bearish roll right here on this indicator. Baby Bull Jesus, a long way off right now. Not looking good. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Oh, let's do a couple alts. We're going to buzz up for a couple alts, and then I'll make this video quick. Here you go. Listen, trying to throw in a short call again. It's trying. Let's see what happens here. You've got 3 minutes to close out this candle. Let's see if we can get a short call right here. We're looking for a short call there on that SV. Let's take a look at SV. SV very bearish. This is a bearish close on SV. You had increasing bearish volume on SV. You guys know where I stand. You did hit this support right there. This is 12-hour support. You bounced off it. I still think SV is going to 50 buckaroonies. Raven testing support 80A. Bearish candle. Ethereum. We're going to go to the 12-hour with Ethereum. Ooh, very bearish on Ethereum. This is not a healthy candle over here on Ethereum closing out on the 12-hour. Shitty volume, says bullish divergence on this, but a bearish candle being posted up. Possibly some kind of weird rising wedge-ish structure going on. I mean, I could look here and probably see trying to post up some kind of a larger wedge. We did not. Let's see if our daily did close out a brand new lower low. So that doesn't look good. Doesn't mean we can't get a bounce out here. BTC. Now, this is the Ether BTC. This is a bullish candle. This is the 12-hour. This is very bullish here. I still think this looks like an ABCDE. Fell out, tried to break it, couldn't get through it. Still holding. TRX is killing me. Litecoin. We did get the short call on the Litecoin on the 6-hour. Did not get the short call. We pulled a long call on the 12-hour, but we got a short call on the 6-hour. 12-hour, but breaking out as a closing in 1 minute here as a long-legged doji almost. Not quite sure what this is. A very confused candle, right? I got absolutely rejected by the 7MA. We are below the pennant, so this looks like it got kicked out, came back up, tested the 7MA, got rejected right back down underneath the pennant. Did get the long call on the 12-hour though. So we did get a long call. I want to zoom out here and see. So you got to watch these long calls. These are just sometimes flash calls. So this will just give you a little bit of a flash call. Look at this. Closed out. It's the same candle. The same exact candle, right? This is on a 12-hour chart, so this took a lot of time. Look at this. Loves to close out on these candles. Long call on that. Still fell out. Watch it. The scalper works the best. This particular scalper works best on Bitcoin. It was really designed for Bitcoin. It does work on other alts, but we're going to see how this plays out. And there's that. XRP. A bleeding. All right, so perfected 9 on XRP. I still have lower targets. This can bleed out. Let's look at the 12-hour on XRP. Very, very bearish candle. Good volume. Bearish volume candle. All right, we just posted up a brand new candle there. Not looking good on the 12-hour of Ripple. So you got XRP. This is not good. You just opened up a brand new candle. A brand new 2 candle on the 12-hour. That's a super high time frame. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see what the 6-hour closed out. Ugly as F. The 4-hour closed out very bearish, but a bleeding 9. If this thing does just completely tank out of here, we would run to our target. EOS, same thing, just weak sauce. Ooh, really weak sauce on XLM. Now let's go over and try to find our count. Here's our count chart. Looking at our count here, I still think this is a wave 4 here. I'm sorry, this is our wave 4 of this internal wave 3, right? There's 1, 2. This starts your wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, excuse me, hiccup. This is the end of our wave 4. Looking at wave 5 now. 1, 2. This is wave 5. This kind of looks like a 1, 2. You could possibly be posting up a 3, 4, and then 5. So your top line would be, I would be really looking at nothing over 33, 30-ish. If this did retrace up just a little bit, then get that final fallout to finish this wave 3 off. Now, this could just be an internal wave 1 of this wave 3. So there's wave 1, 2. This would be your wave 3. You'd be wave 1, 2, 3. So this would be your sub wave, wave 2. Looking for wave 3 in here, coming down to test a little bit deeper. Like I said, nothing looks good. Everything looks like it's kind of a train wreck right now. The bulls just have no follow through, and that's the challenge. You're just not posting up any follow through. All right, let's look at how we close this candle out. So this 12-hour, this is not a very good candle to post up. Even over here, MEX. Now this is a beaut on MEX. I like this. This is a much nicer candle on MEX. This is a stubby spinning top candle. These spinning top candles do call a pending reversal coming or a reversal at that time. Coinbase, quasi would have liked to close this out a little more like this doji candle over here. This is a really nice reversal candle. Let's see how this plays out, if this thing can get blown out or not. Right? There's nothing that says, listen, we see the weakness in Bitcoin. We see as we've chugged along here that some really nice candles have got blown out in both directions. Okay? You see some really gorgeous turnaround candles just absolutely wrecked. Let's see if we can, yeah, like this. That's more of a rising wedge, but just got wrecked out there. Came down. Look at this beautiful hammer candle. Just got wrecked. This was a beautiful spinning top, followed by a hammer candle, followed by another hammer candle, and then a shooting star candle. Then just dropped to the ground. Just a lot of weakness from the bulls. Okay, I think that's all I got to do. FX long short is on the, yes, that's correct. I would have to recommend everybody, we do have a new scalper that we're using. In fact, I need to just go over and download it. I do have access to it. I haven't used it yet. I got to go over and download it. It's over here somewhere. I got to go find. There it is, Rocket Scalper. I will load up the Rocket Scalper, okay? Let me load it up over here. I'll pull it up on this chart. I'll get it on all of these. Here, let me load the Rocket Scalper for everybody. This will be the first time I'm using it. I just see this thing being used. This is version 3. So where's it? Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay. All right. So there it is. This is version 3. I got it on here. Let's get it over on all of these. All right. I'm going to need to add it. And Rocket Scalper. All right. And let's add the Rocket Scalper right here. That way we've got it everywhere. So I want to say this thing is just absolutely unbelievable. Great job, Rocket. Thank you so much for putting this all together for us. Let's pull the Rocket Scalper down to the 4 hours. So we're going to run the Rocket Scalper down to 4 hour and see what we got. See if we get any long calls on this thing. And All right, 6 hour. There we go, 6 hour. Oh, nice call by the rocket scalper, right? 6 hour. All right, 1 hour. Let me bring down the 1 hour. Ooh, yeah. Okay, 1 hour. Look at that. Called the bottom right there. Great job by the rocket scalper. And yeah. All right. Looks good. All right. Yeah, that's it. So everything looks good here. Let's see how this baby plays out. Right. I am using the higher time frames though, people. I would really keep an eye on the 4 hour and 6 hour. Now, here's the thing. On this 4 hour, you can look for a flip if this thing recovers a little bit all the way up here. You know, it just comes up, flips up into a green 1, right? This thing flips up into a green 1, and then it goes bearish. As this for the next like 4 to 8 hours, flips up to a green 1, and then flips back to a red 1. That will be absolutely horrific for price action. Okay. It's best for, oh, cool. Yep, 23, 12 hour. Yep, 3 hour. I don't use the 3 hour, I use the 12 hour. So 12 hour, nothing. 12 hour. Yep, no call on the rocket. Yep, so the rocket did not call a long call here. All right. All right, there we go. Getting a nice little push up. All right, so let's just watch this out as this plays out over the next couple hours. And back to the 4 hour chart over here. All right, I want to say thank you all, and I will be here. I'm probably going to get some rest, and hopefully we'll see what happens here in the next couple hours. I would be very, very careful. Just everybody, I know people are looking at going short. I would be very, very, very careful on anybody who is looking to go either long and or short here, right? This is a very challenging time. You do not have a lot of bottom side. The R to R, the risk to reward is not that great, but down here to 3K. You don't have, and there's really not enough meat in this to take off the bone. I'm short from 3,500, 3,570. So I have a lot of meat on this bone. If this thing falls down to 3K, this will be a very profitable trade for me. It'll be probably about half a Bitcoin trade for me if it falls all the way down here, right? If this does not, and I still have room to be saved going up over here. So I've got a lot of room to play with right here. If you don't, I would not mess with this trade. I would wait for this to make a decision. Okay, wait for this to go up and get rejected. So you're going to wait for this to go up a little bit and get rejected, or you're going to wait for this to go up and start breaking north, getting up to 3,400, coming up here into this 3,400 range and testing up here. Okay, I'm going to leave this the way this is, but we might not even make it up this high. All right, I'm going to make this circle a little bigger because we might, oh, and I'm going to go like this. So I'm going to make this circle a little larger. All right, let me fade that out a little bit. Let me fade this baby out a little. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a second red arrow. Clone. That if we don't break out, right, we don't need this. Right, that if we just come up here just a little bit, hit the 7MA right up here and get rejected out, this is what would happen. We'd actually just get rejected out right in there. I don't want to make this too... I want to make it so you guys can still see the price action, okay? So, like right there. All right, so, you know, not looking for much upside here. Now, if this does break north on us, right, I would just look for a couple. Look at it, there's a green 1. If over the next 4 hours you flip this to a green 1, a green 2, and then you start to dive out again, this is going to get really ugly really fast, okay? That's it. Thank you guys all so much. I really appreciate you being here. Anything you can do to help me grab out there, reach out into the crypto world, grab those subs, bring them on back, help me save one trade at a time is always appreciated. And I am the Vamp, and I am out.